Hello and welcome to Great English Podcast. I'm Catherine, and I'm delighted that you've joined us today. In this episode, we will explore mental health in an engaging and simple way, using clear language and thoughtful pauses to help English learners feel comfortable.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark, and it's truly a pleasure to be here. Today, we are going to dive deep into mental health, share our personal experiences, and discuss practical tips that can help you manage everyday challenges. Whether you are just starting to learn English or looking for a friendly conversation, we hope this episode will be both informative and inspiring.
That's right, Mark. Mental health is essential for our well-being, and by talking about it openly, we can learn to recognize and manage our emotions better. Throughout our conversation, we will break down ideas into simple parts, provide plenty of examples, and even include moments for reflection.
We want you to feel like you're having a conversation with us, as if you're sitting right here in the studio. So, relax, enjoy, and let's start our journey toward understanding mental health together.
Let's begin with the basics. Mental health refers to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It influences how we think, feel, and act every day.
Exactly, Catherine. Just like our physical health, our mental health can affect every part of our lives. It helps us handle stress, relate to others, and make decisions. When we talk about mental health, we're looking at a wide range of experiences, from feeling joyful and content to feeling stressed or anxious.
In simple terms, good mental health means that you can cope with the ups and downs of life. Sometimes we may face challenges, but with the right tools and support, we can recover.
And remember, it's perfectly normal to experience ups and downs. No one is immune to stress or anxiety. What matters is how we recognize these feelings and learn to manage them.
In this section, we talk about some of the most common challenges that people face. For example, stress, anxiety, and even depression can affect anyone, regardless of age or background.
I remember a time when I felt overwhelmed by a lot of changes in my life. It was hard to manage my work, family, and personal time. But slowly, I learned small techniques that helped me regain balance.
That's a very important point, Mark. Many of us have experienced moments of uncertainty or worry. The key is to understand that these feelings are part of being human.
Absolutely. Today, we'll explore what triggers these feelings and discuss ways to manage them. For instance, we will talk about simple breathing exercises, time management tips, and the importance of talking to someone you trust.
Let's take a closer look at stress and anxiety. Stress is often a reaction to a situation where we feel pressured, while anxiety is more of a constant worry or fear.
That's right. Stress can come from everyday situations like work deadlines or personal commitments. Anxiety, on the other hand, might stick with you for longer periods and can sometimes feel overwhelming.
One effective way to reduce stress is through mindfulness and relaxation techniques. For example, simple breathing exercises can help calm your mind and reduce tension.
And it's not just about the techniques. Being aware of what triggers your stress is important too. Once you know what causes you to feel anxious, you can start finding strategies to manage those triggers.
Self-care is a vital part of maintaining mental health. This means taking time out of your busy schedule to do things that make you feel good.
Some people find that keeping a journal, practicing meditation, or even taking a walk in nature can make a big difference. Simple actions like these can improve your mood and help you feel more centered.
In our conversation, we will share several self-care tips. We'll discuss how setting a daily routine can create a sense of stability, especially when life feels unpredictable.
We will also explore creative activities like drawing, listening to music, or even cooking a favorite meal. These activities can serve as wonderful outlets for stress.
Now, let's guide you through a short mindfulness exercise. If you're comfortable, take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and now breathe out slowly.
Try to clear your mind and focus on your breathing. Notice how the air fills your lungs and then slowly leaves your body. This simple exercise can help you feel more relaxed and centered.
We encourage you to practice this exercise daily. Over time, you may notice that it becomes easier to manage stress and stay calm during challenging moments.
Remember, mindfulness isn't about stopping your thoughts. It's about observing them without judgment and gently bringing your focus back to the present.
Sharing personal experiences can be very powerful. Mark, could you share a time when you had to overcome a challenging moment in your life?
Of course, Catherine. I recall a period when I felt very anxious due to a major change in my career. I was worried about the future and doubted my abilities.
That sounds very challenging, Mark. How did you manage to overcome that anxiety?
I started by talking to a close friend who helped me see that these feelings were normal. I also began practicing mindfulness and setting small, manageable goals. Over time, I felt more in control and began to see progress.
Thank you for sharing that, Mark. It shows our listeners that even in difficult times, there are ways to move forward, step by step. We have received several questions from our listeners. One question is, how can I know when my stress is becoming too much to handle?
That's a great question. One sign that stress is becoming overwhelming is if you notice changes in your sleep patterns, appetite, or energy levels. If these changes continue, it might be time to seek additional support.
Another question we received is, what if I feel uncomfortable talking about my mental health with others?
It's completely normal to feel that way. Sometimes starting with small steps, like writing down your feelings or talking with someone you trust, can make a big difference. If needed, professional support from a counselor or therapist can also be very helpful.
We hope these answers provide some comfort and direction to our listeners. Remember, asking questions is the first step towards finding solutions. In today's digital world, social media plays a huge role in how we perceive ourselves and our mental health. Sometimes, the images and messages we see can lead to unrealistic expectations.
Yes, it's important to take breaks from social media and focus on real-life connections. We will share practical tips on how to create a healthier balance between online and offline activities.
One idea is to designate specific times of the day for checking social media, rather than scrolling continuously. This can help reduce the pressure to compare yourself with others.
In addition, engaging in face-to-face conversations, as we are doing now, can remind you of the importance of genuine connections.
Let's discuss some daily exercises that you can use to maintain your mental health. One exercise is to start a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for.
Another useful tool is a mood tracker. By keeping track of how you feel each day, you can notice patterns and triggers that affect your mental health.
We also encourage you to set aside a few minutes each day for self-reflection. This can be as simple as asking yourself, how am I feeling right now, and what can I do to feel better?
These exercises may seem small, but over time, they can lead to big improvements in your overall well-being.
Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we need the guidance of a professional. Therapy can provide personalized strategies to help you navigate difficult emotions.
There is no shame in seeking help from a counselor or therapist. In fact, many people find that having an outside perspective makes all the difference.
Today, we'll discuss how to recognize when professional help might be needed, and share some tips on how to find the right support for you.
If you ever feel that your challenges are too much to manage on your own, reaching out to a mental health professional is a courageous step towards healing.
In this part of our episode, we invite you to participate in an interactive exercise. Imagine you are in a calm, safe space. Visualize a place where you feel relaxed and happy.
Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and take a few deep breaths. Picture the details of this space, the sounds, the colors, the smells.
After a few moments, open your eyes. We hope this short visualization has brought you a sense of calm and focus.
We also encourage you to try this exercise regularly. Share your experience with a friend or write about it in your journal. Small group reflections can be very uplifting.
As we near the end of our episode, let's take some time for reflection. What is one small change you can make today to improve your mental health?
It might be something as simple as taking a walk, calling a friend, or practicing a breathing exercise. Every step counts.
We encourage you to set realistic goals for yourself. Remember, mental health is a journey, and every positive change is a victory.
We hope that today's conversation has given you some practical tools and inspiration to take charge of your mental health.
To wrap up our conversation, let's quickly review what we've discussed. We learned that mental health is a multifaceted part of our well-being.
We talked about common challenges such as stress and anxiety, explored self-care strategies, and even practiced a short mindfulness exercise together.
More importantly, we shared personal stories and practical tips that you can use in your daily life. Every small step towards self-care is a big step towards overall well-being.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you feel inspired and empowered to take care of your mental health.
And thank you, dear listeners, for spending this time with us. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Great English Podcast. Please support us by joining membership for more exclusive content designed only for you, and we'll see you next time for another engaging conversation.
Until next time, take care, be kind to yourself, and remember, every day is a new opportunity for growth.